Alright, y'all. Should be ready to start this in just a few seconds here. Positioning drinks so that they're the ideal distance. Alright. Let's go ahead and get started. There we go. So today we're gonna do a few things. First thing that we need to do is finish the current ticket we were working on, which was, I think it was the browser titles. So the issue I was running into had nothing to do with this stuff. I think it was like login pages, like when you're logged in somewhere. So yeah, when we try to fetch the current user, we can't. We get like a CORS issue. So I was gonna look into this post to see if I can find out what's causing it and find a fix. Let's go ahead and go there. And separate YouTube streaming into a different window. There we go. And okay, cool. So let's go there, see what it says. So I think I need to change my terminal, because I was working on a different project. CV, cdev, I think it's on a personal, npm run dev. Okay, let's address these first.
Nobody else can do this job because they got too much feeling.
Okay, defined but it's never read. Okay. Huh. Okay, get website base URL uses it. I think we were doing some refactoring, so yeah, we can get rid of this. Where we're not using it. Okay, so let's save all. See if we can at least get this to run. And what we're gonna look for is something in the console that's gonna say that there's a cross-origin issue, which is basically what CORS is. So let me open my browser, go to localhost 3000. So specifically for the bug reports page. Gonna close anything that we haven't edited because it's just kind of in the way. Maybe keep that open because that's good for reference. Alright, so bug reports. In the console, I think we'll see something here. Okay, log. Okay. And now it says I'm already logged in. That's weird. Whoa. You are not currently logged in, so when we go to home page, but we are. Okay, so report a bug. I think it's just falsely saying that we're not logged in. This been a lot of jets going over today. Let me know if that's a serious distraction for you. It's not for me yet. Okay, I'm gonna close the window. We got jets flying over in Chicago because, like, there's, like, some kind of air show. But it also sounds like just a consumer airplane that's, like, 10 feet above your house or something. It's about to crash. Yeah, so let's check the back end output. So it's saying that there's a null user object here. It's not saying what I thought it would say. Maybe I'm forgetting when we were running into that. I swear there's a console error for this, and now I'm not seeing it, and that really sucks. Maybe we have to be logged out? Okay, now we're actually not logged in. Go to report a bug. I'm not seeing an error. And the output is null user. So let me see. That's before we say or null user. So let's see. Iron user. Yeah, let's just have bug reports open and iron user for now. We can clear this and then... Okay, so it's already returning null user if the user is not logged in. So I'm thinking we can just say we don't need that. But, let's console log this URL. Okay, undefined. I don't get how it could be undefined if we're waiting for it, and it's going to be null user if there isn't something. So that's interesting. Because, like, here it's not undefined, and then it says, oh, I'm undefined. What? I don't know. I'm just going to document it for now. Let's add the import again. And now it should be happy enough to render the page. So, HTTP localhost API iron user. Huh. Start with like simple outputs first and then complex. Rec.session.user. Okay. Undefined. Session. Yeah, I mean, I trust it. Let's just not log the whole thing. So, like, there's no session, basically, when we call it like this. So, that's strange. So if we remove that, I think it doesn't work either. But let's try. I think it has to be, because we're trying to get stuff from the back end, it has to be like a fully qualified URL. So we can try it though. See what it does. Failed to pay. Yeah, we've seen this before. Failed to parse URL. So it has to be a full URL, but then with Iron User, it's not working like that. Man, I have like the most jank authentication like library ever. I don't even remember what it is. Iron Session. This might be archived now. Last month. I guess it's still used. Yeah, but if we look for like Iron User, okay, it's not here. But this is it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Iron Session. I'm wondering how in Iron Session we would call it from the back end. This is like kind of similar to what we're dealing with, I think. This isn't really what we're talking about. I wonder if we should just do this though. Instead of saying Iron User, make an API call from a backend. Just try to get the rec. This is a question code box, so it could like not work, but let's see. I wonder if you can get the rec in get stack props. I don't think it's props supports it, which is fine. I think we can switch to the other one, unless like context somehow can have it. Let's see. So first of all, undo that, and then second of all, let's paste context here, and then let's like log that context and see. Like, what about like context.rec? Do we have something like that? I don't think so. Okay, let's go with that for now. Just gonna add a bunch of spaces. I guess we could also do just clear it, and then see what it says. Okay, output. Context has nothing. Okay, so yeah, I think we need to do what this is doing. So get server-side props needs to be used here, and then let's say get server-side props. And then here, we might be able to do async res, rec, etc. Maybe. Oops. Let's try rec.session. And if this doesn't work, then it means there's truly no session, I think. Which wouldn't make sense, because there should be if they're logged in. Yeah, let's just see. Okay, so yeah, let's just see if this works. Okay, rec.session.user. Huh. Did I log that? I only logged rec.session. Huh. Well, now it's saying rec.session is okay. So anyway, by using get server-side props, we're basically able to hook into the session, so we don't really need to like do this part. Not to do this either. So we can just say, okay, user is rec.session.user, or if there's nothing there, and I guess we will question mark this in case session is like empty or something. We'll keep this here to see how it behaves when they're not logged in. And we're not sure about this anymore, but probably it's a problem. Let's try this. Okay, something at the top. Gotta remove that. Don't know why I have these. Probably a lot I have to clean up still. Okay, so there is a rec.session now. Interestingly, it still says we're access undefined. I think there is a user now. Let's see. Let's actually log it in the component. Okay. So, log that in the component. Oh, it's still interesting. Okay, hold on. But then on the back end, okay, this is the one we care about. Huh. I'm getting like weird output. So like, where is this coming from? We must have another console log somewhere. We do. Okay. So we'll just put an exclamation there. Or like something else. So I know what that means. Okay, so now a pound means it's from... Okay, hold on. Now we're doing like unnecessary logs. Let's try this. So the API is being called. Oh, okay, I mistook this as a log. Never mind. It is undefined. So I thought that this log was actually this one. Like it was saying it's okay. So it's weird because like it does work. Okay, so basically it's not working. Oh man, I was happy that it was working. Okay, so yeah, this is still not working. Let's look at not this one. This one's not working. And let's just comment this out because we know this is working. And see what we get. Okay, so session is undefined. Hold on, guys. I'm just handling a situation with the server. Okay. So strange that would be. It says. I wonder if this is like kind of our situation. I wasn't rapping with Git with Iron Session. Yeah, I feel like we're missing some way of getting the user from server side props. Dude, I'm just doing Control F and every possible dialogue is opening. So Iron User Iron User's user route is like working, but not from a back-end perspective. Okay, AI is giving me this. Could be AI slop. We could try it. I mean, not really. AI slop isn't like the right word, but sometimes AI will like tell you things that don't work, and it's like somewhat common. Const thing equals await that, and then we can say res, and then session options. I think this is exported from session, so we can get it from that. And then, but this, I don't know about this. Maybe. Doesn't have any documentation. Huh. You know, I didn't even think to look at cookies. Because, technically the session is stored there. Let's take a look at that as well. And okay, thing is Beast Fable. Perfect. Thank God. That was gonna be tough. But here, look, see if we look at rec.cookies, and also I probably shouldn't be showing you this, but you know, whatever. Technically someone could hack into my account with this, but it changes frequently. Every time you log in, I'll log out. But actually, no. But basically, yeah, it's in the cookies. This is how Iron Session, like, determines if a session is valid. It reads cookies, it sets cookies, etc. So, anyway, it's working, and thank God for that. Let's see, what did AI tell me to call this? Session. Makes sense. It is getting a session. Okay, so we can get rid of that, and we can say, get rid of that, and then it'll be session.user. And let's see what this would be if it's logged out. Might not be undefined anymore, so. Okay, and now it loads. So if I'm logged out though, what we got? Okay, so it is giving me null user, which is expected, but what if we don't default to that then? Okay, so it's saying it can be undefined. Let's just see if it actually ends up being undefined. Probably will. But I just want to know. Okay, it's undefined. Okay. So yeah, we do want this. I don't know, I don't think we really need this. It's like, it's just falling back. It's fine. Okay, so it's working. There's one render head, which was our original goal. And we're gonna note that this site isn't really like doing loading screens anymore. Or like loading spinners. It's gonna start just loading without that mostly. So, except for like here, some other places maybe, I guess. But like, loading spinners for a whole page, like reported bug, won't be a thing anymore. It's just gonna load. So let's close this and we'll see what that looks like. Yep, see, it's just white for a bit while the backend tries to figure out what it's gotta do, and then, yeah. This outline should be green to match everything else, like the whole style guide of the site. Anyway, this is working good now, so let's finish cleaning up. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. We'll copy this because we'll probably have to use it in a few other places. And let's take a look at our site now. We've got Hall of Fame, which is a static page, so it doesn't need any extra logic. Same with tournament information, it just should be the same for everything. Let's take a look at these. Tournament info, render head. There's just one usage of that, and then Hall of Fame. Just one. That's good, and then go back. We've got Price Guide, which is an external site, so then that doesn't need to have a smart title or something. High Scores is done, as far as I know. How to play is good. Check that doesn't change. Yep. So I think what we have to focus now, we have to focus on because we can just make this simpler. Yeah, there's just one. News is good. We already did news, right? So just making sure everything looks good.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Let's see if we got the
Yep.
facts straight.
About static page. Same for the home page. So now we need to delve into these pages. So this page right here is probably gonna load something, so we need to fix that. So basically, let's go to, copy this one more time. We'll go to, yeah, I think we can remove this now. And we will go to, what page is this? Account. And we can look for multiple usages of this, which it does have because it has to load. So, what thing is that? This I'm not sure about. How did we handle this here? I think we agreed that basically we don't need to render a different head if they're not logged in. And I think that's the same for all these pages. Like, we want the browser title to actually reflect what's in the page. Just because someone's logged in doesn't mean we should make the browser title of like 6 different pages just not logged in. Because they can log in when they go to it. So, yeah, I think we don't need that. So, we're gonna say, oh, okay, I remember. I moved this here, like, into that, so we'll say something similar to that. And yeah. Okay, so we need that there. The bracket was missing, and yeah, so now we don't need this, because if they're not logged in, then show it already. So we can remove that. And then if it's loading, we'll just stay in the back end, so we don't need a spinner anymore. I mean, it is the same head, so it's like it doesn't really hurt, I guess. Because it's gonna run to that anyway. Yeah, I think we're just gonna do the same thing though to make things consistent. Okay, we don't need to repeat the same comment everywhere. It's just kind of unnecessary. And yeah, so now we need to do this. Pull that property out, and do it like this. Okay, so we won't need a loading state anymore. We won't need to show a spinner anymore. It'll just be either a null user or it will be a real user. And eventually, I assume we're going to remove the use authentication hook, which was very useful for us, you know, at the start of the project until now, but now I just realized that it's better to get the user from the back end. Then we don't have to have like different headers and like browser titles. So yeah, this is great. Let's take a look at this page now, make sure it still works, and it does. Account never changes. Like I've said before on different streams, this page is like really like gross and not very good. So let's try going to account now while we're logged out. Actually, let's just go to account, and it'll say not logged in, and I disagree with that. So let's see. Not logged in probably has its own render head, so we're just gonna remove that, I think. And now it should be account. Yep. I just don't think it's useful to, because like especially in Discord links, when you paste a Discord link, it's like if someone's not logged in, they're just not gonna it's not going to be clear in that preview that shows below the link, like what page I just linked them to. So yeah, I don't think that makes any sense. Also, a component deciding what browser title to use for a page doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, but component is still useful, so we'll go with that. And then that should fix bug report 2. So if we try to go to, so for example, we're on account, but if we try to go to like report a bug, it should say report a bug instead of not logged in. Perfect. Okay. But yeah, the point that I was trying to make is that, yep, when you go to account, it shows account, even if you're not logged in. And that should settle that. So now let's log in. And what about the login page? I'm not sure if I've done that yet. Yeah, I think we're gonna do the same thing for this, or sorry, for this, where it's like, okay, you're already logged in, so. Let's just copy this, remove that. Oh, and should actually be a question. And then, yeah, just let this start this. Then, there you go, let prettier fix it. And I'm gonna do the same thing for this, where it's like, okay, that render head isn't really useful. Grab the same thing. So when do we set loading false though? Oh, only when they load the user, okay. So I think we just need to load the user to find out, hey, are they already logged in? And they're trying to log in again for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. You can also just like redirect them. Yeah, okay. So, type. Okay, remove that. Remove that. Bring this in. Type it like this. Although, oops, this needs to be props. Make sure I got that right before. Okay, cool. So yep, we're gonna get that. We're gonna remove this, and anywhere we set loading, yeah, we're not doing it anywhere now. Add all the missing imports, hopefully it does it right. Whenever I do add all missing imports, like 99% of the time it adds the wrong ones. But I think this is a simpler project, so it might just work. This looks good. That looks good. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. So, now we're already sending the user in, so we can just remove that. We should probably remove these, move these somewhere else, but for now it's fine. Okay, so when we do this, okay, we're not logged in. So it says log in. Oops. Go to the login page, refresh. Yep. And then when we log in and try to go to the login page again, it says you are already logged in, and it does not change the render head, so that's good. Account page should be better now. And let's go to manage website account, change email address. So this is gonna be one of those pages that we're gonna need to do the same thing if we need to load something. So let's see. Only if we need to load something from the back end. Okay, so it does load something. Okay, so when we finish updating their info, then we say set is loading false. So yeah, I think we can just use the same strategy. He's loading, question mark, then obviously spinner. Otherwise, content block. Okay, yeah. So, okay, email updated. Defaults to false. Okay.
Everybody's gonna be on your tail from 5 o'clock until the day you die.
We're gonna do the same thing. Normalize user access. I don't see why not. Add all missing imports. Don't need that anymore. I just removed one line. So now there's only only one render head, right? Yep, that's good. And then see how it works now. Looks good. Test it. Okay. I think we can at least test that the form still works. I haven't changed the logic of the submit, but we could just try something out like this. Boom. It won't actually change anything until we confirm it, which we just never will. Yikes, this is taking a while. Gmail API invalid grant. What? Interesting. Okay, hold on. Let me check this on prod. I wonder if it's just broken. Let's try like just something weird. Which is actually my account, just like a different typing of it. Okay. Please reconnect your Gmail account. I think the project I'm using to send emails is no longer working. Alright, let's see if I still have access to email.js or not. Okay, so... Okay, so it's said to reconnect my Gmail account. I guess we'll just try it. Disconnect. Connect. It's a kind of a crappy service if I have to do this regularly. Update service. Let's see if I can do it now. Okay. So we should get the email. I wonder if we got something from email.js that told us to do this or not. Nope. Okay. I almost feel like going on their GitHub and being like, why did this happen? Is this something that is gonna have to happen regularly? Repositories. Which one do I have? Email.js. At email.js browser. Okay, so the status is fork 1.2. Let's see. Huh. I'm creating a new issue then. Let me log in as Beast Fable though. Now it's tough. Email.js slash browser. Here we go. 7 months ago. Let's go ahead and create this. Let me just say status 412 error. Text. I don't know. I don't know about creating this as an issue because it's like it kind of isn't, but maybe it is. I don't know. I'm just gonna create it. Okay, so we fixed that. So now let's check that this works like here. Okay, yeah, that, so the form is still working. This one, this page, I'm not sure about. Set is loading. You know, I don't know if we really need this loading thing because we don't. Okay, so like, is loading controls whether there's a spinner, but we didn't even see it. So, like, if we go back. Something like this, but a little bit different. So like if we click submit, it's not spinning, so as long as it's redirecting us, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, where is it redirecting? Because it must be redirecting us. Maybe not from this component. Change email success. Yeah, it's redirecting us to it from a different page. Oh, you know what? I was updating the wrong one the whole time. Let's leave the loading there. And then, yeah, let's check this. So are we only setting it for user auth? Yeah, we don't need that then. Type, change email, page, box. Okay. There's no longer a loading sequence. Okay, so getting the user, returning it to the component or page, and then using the user. Okay, so now okay, let's try going back here. Yeah. So when we do this, it does redirect us. And then yeah, this one okay, yeah, this is fine. Static page. So I guess the one that we still have to test is this one. Make sure this is working. Otherwise people can't change, like fully change their email. So let's go back and let's put in something that actually we want. Submit. And then let's see if we get a new email. So let's not do that, but let's go here, change this to localhost 3000. Make sure this page looks good. So it says change email address, enter your password to continue, and change email address. Yeah, it's only one render head call. So I think we're good here as long as it works. We could also refresh it. It'll work still. Oh, but you see for a second it changes to loading or localhost. I'm not sure which. Localhost. I think the other ones weren't doing that. Huh. Oh. You might have to have it here. So in that case, we should just have like this here, and then move this guy up here, and then now move this guy up here. Okay, so then that way, basically, I hope there isn't a flash now, we'll see. Let's see. Yeah, the title doesn't change. I thought the page changed for a second, but it's fine. Yeah, so the existing one is here. And just click submit. Interesting. Yeah, we'll want to make sure that that still works. So this will still work because we haven't officially changed it, I think. Account. So I'm logged in as Beast Fable. I do want to change my account user or email address. The password is this. Submit. Update complete. Okay. Now if I refresh this, it might go back. Yeah, okay. That's fine. That seems to work. I don't think we'd be sharing those pages very often. So yeah, we're good there. Funny thing is it doesn't tell you what your own email is. I wonder if it should do that. Probably. If you're logged in, like, why wouldn't it? You had to put it in to get logged in, so. Yeah, I don't know. This UI is kind of janky. We won't worry about that for now. Change username is like so unnecessary because usernames on this site don't do anything. They just show here, so like if you want this to say something different, I guess then you could change your username to that. Yeah, but I think site is loading. Yep, it's just used for user. So we'll do the same thing we've done many times. Okay, we got a user now. No need to load. And then, yeah, we'll do the same dang thing we've been doing. So, not user is logged in. Question mark. Then this, otherwise, content block. Okay, so they're not logged in, then show they're not logged in content. So yeah, we can remove that. What is band text? Oh boy. Yeah, I think those are pretty decent. Okay, yeah, so now we're only doing this once. That's good. We remove this. Let's test the page. Let's remove some of these tabs so that I can see the browser titles better. simplifying that a little bit. But yeah, this is working fine. We're not seeing a different heading title there. Yeah, let's try these fables. Try it, see if it works. And that did not work. So, okay, so see if this. Okay, now it's saying it's undefined. That's interesting. Are we actually logged out? Huh. Seems to be working, but it's undefined. Okay. So, oh, I didn't add it. Wow. Okay, yeah, we just gotta add it. We're gonna be adding this code block to a lot of pages, and it's okay because it's just basically something you need on any pages that you need, like data to be served to the page component itself before it does anything. So this should work now, and it does. We can remove the console log, we can refresh again, and we can say, make my username Beast Fables. Okay, username updated. We can refresh this page. I guess we'll just check it, see if it has any weird render head stuff going on. It doesn't. It's fine. So yeah, now it says Beast Fables. So interesting thing, if we log out and then log back in, it's not gonna work because it's technically a different email. So let's go ahead and type BEASTF, and then yeah, there we go. So now it'll work, and we'll just change these things back. Change email. Okay, so the emails are still working. Someone else changed your email address. Contact Vaho if you have an issue. That's kind of funny. But yeah, it's fine. And then we'll just fix it. Make sure it goes through. Update complete, and then we'll go to our account page. Change username. Change it back. There we go. Oh wait, huh? Interesting. It expired our session. I think, you know what? I think when you change your email, it like expires something. I'm gonna add that as a bug, I think, because I think when you change your email, it like somehow the session is lost, or this just isn't working. How about this page? Okay, yeah, this page is fine. Interesting. Trying to change my username makes me log out immediately. Or sometimes it doesn't. I swear this like library is janky. Maybe it's because I didn't rename it to what I really wanted it to be. So like when I do this, now it will fail. No, it worked that time. You got me. I don't know. Anyway, those pages are working. We haven't tested change passwords. Let's do that too. Technically, we gotta do that too. Okay, yeah. So, set is loading. Simple. Let's go down here. Paste it. Okay. Add a break there. And yep, we don't need to load anything. So we can just have it be that. So let's also do the other one, change password. Oh, okay, it's just success. Interesting, okay. Let's temporarily change our password to change it to something weird. Let's make sure it works. Okay. It looks like we've got issues again. Interesting, because we did add this. So if they don't match, it should say they don't match. But if they do match, I think this authentication is just kind of flaky. I don't know. That's so weird because that error we saw with user.id like should be impossible because we're literally saying if it's null or undefined, just use null user. So like saying you can't read ID from user is like insane. It's like I'm just not even gonna like run the backend code. It's not sensical. Anyway, password updated, it's just a success thing, and finally we can move on to the other account pages. So we'll move on to game accounts. This will be a big one. Let's just say game accounts. Okay, so it's the same thing. Okay, so we don't need this anymore. And then, yeah, I mean, we just don't need this style of doing things anymore. Yep. So we can remove this. We can remove this. We can remove this. And we can start using user here. obviously we have to add get server-side props with all the imports we need. And it should just work. Interesting, session expired. Oops. That's not what I meant to log into. Aha. I'll have to fix that now. Let's fix that now. Go ahead and we'll suggest the existing password, or the old password I should say, and it will say password updated. We'll go into here, manage game accounts. So it shouldn't be anything else, it's just game accounts. And then these can't take you to different pages, so let's go to create account, create game account, let's see. Huh. Okay, yeah. Repeat. Here. Okay, remove this. Don't need this.
Stop it now, I mean it. Oh yes.
Okay, game account creations are temporarily disabled until further notice. I forgot that this was a feature flag. Huh. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe the easiest way to do it is just to actually have a second render head here. But I think it should be the same. The same thing. And then we're gonna need a fragment wrapping this. But this is, yeah, this is pretty simple. Not user is logged in. User, by the way, a lot of consts in functions are capitalized like this, where it's title case, and it's totally wrong. It should be camel case. And I'm gonna fix that at some point. I really wanted to tell you guys that. Question mark. It just looks really bad right now. Okay. So if not user is logged in, then show them they're not logged in. I guess we could have like an embedded check. Yeah, we don't need this now.
Well,
But it would just look pretty bad to me, I think. It would be like... It would be something like this. And then we would say, okay, true, then this. Otherwise, this. You could technically do it. I think it would look pretty bad. But basically it would look something like this, like... Okay, are they not logged in? Show not logged in. Otherwise, is accounts disabled creation true? Then show temporarily disabled, otherwise show... I mean, it doesn't look that bad. We can probably just go with that. I think it's a little bit cleaner. Okay. Let's make sure that this works. We'll create a test account. This is a page that we should test. Test 81725. Let's make sure it gets created. It said oops for a second. Interesting. What's that associated with? Huh. I think this one needs the same treatment. This is so old, dude. This code right here, where it's like, oh my god, something went wrong. Go tell all your friends that you are now null or something. I don't think anyone ever did that. Yeah, it's another page that we can just fix. So basically it did do it correctly. And then we'll check this one first. Create success. And then, oh, it does say home for a second. Interesting. Yeah, we'll fix that. Oh, that is the page I was on. Okay. Yeah, so basically, this is a page, so it's gonna get create server-side props just like anything else. See a set loading. I don't think we need it. This either. We already have user. Okay, so we have a user. There won't be any to load, I don't think.
All in your mind.
Okay, so I don't think this is like a thing that can happen. Now, is it? I think it was only a thing because use authentication, the hook, would return like null user initially until it had finished doing whatever it was doing. So it's kind of like it wasn't blocking the main thread though, so it was just kind of like, okay, whenever it gets the current user, we can do it then, but I don't think we need it now. Hope I'm not wrong, but yeah, I don't... We're gonna assume that this is gonna be good. And we're gonna create another game account just to make sure. Interesting. For a second that showed localhost. I wonder if that's just cache. Interesting. I think some of the testing of this is going to have to happen after it's on live, and then I'll just start like putting, basically just putting like links to all the pages in Discord and see how they come out. Watch the browser title. It did change to localhost, then home, then success, which is very strange because first of all, home is only in one place. Oh, I see. It's like the default though. Yeah, but when you initially... Oh, wait, no. Hold on. Yeah, it does say home and then success. That's confusing. So game accounts create success. Oh, you know what? I think I've fixed the wrong page. I fixed the account, the initial account creation success. Game accounts create success. There we go. Yep, we gotta do it here too. You know, something I'm noticing is that then these would be the same component name. Create account success page, create account success page. This one should probably be called create game account success page. And then we can make it that here. And then type. Nope, not what I did. User. Loading not necessary. Okay, so it is possible that an account name could come into this and it would be weird and wrong. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen a ton. Not. So if it's, yeah, basically what we want to do is we want to do this. So if there's an account name, then we want to do that. Except, well, hold on. I don't think this works. Well, Maybe that? So then basically if there's no account name or it's not long enough, then we just say your game account has been created. We don't know what it was because you're not telling us, but... But basically I just want to get rid of this because rendering a different browser title is not something I want to do. And then... You can remove that. And obviously we have to add this here. So we should now have a user account coming through to the component. If they're not logged in, we show not logged in. If there's no account name for some reason, we just say we don't specify the account name. Let's test this. So it shouldn't change. Yep, the browser title is not changing, so that's good. And then hold on, because this is saying object object. Let's do this. Let's say this is a span that says your game account. And then there's another span that may or may not be rendered. Which would be like this. And then there's a third span which has the rest of the text. Your game account. Or we just make it more like this where we say so if there's no game account or game account at length is less than 1, then it's not in the query string for some reason. At that point we just say your game account has been created. You can now log in. And then the opposite would be the solution or the working scenario, which would be something like this but different. Okay. Gotta add this here. So yeah. If for some reason there's no account name, we just say it's been created. If otherwise, we say your game account, and then obviously I have to add this back. Account name has been created. Let's test that now. Okay, so doesn't change. If we say this for some reason, we say your game account has been created, you can now log in. But it doesn't change. And let's see, game accounts page. I think when it shows localhost, it means that it's like loading or something, and we can't fix that. Um, so I'm hoping this works now. Yep, it only shows localhost. And we're good there. And then, yeah, so that basically wraps the pages, I think, except for like maybe log out, log in. It's like when we go log in, I wonder what that's looking like. Oh, I think we already fixed this page. Yeah. But then, creation, you create a site account. What does that look like? I can't create. Okay. So then if it's loading, return something else. Yeah. Okay, so we won't need this anymore. We won't need this anymore. And we won't need this anymore. And we can move this. So we can say user exists, if so. Oh, we don't need that. And then otherwise it would just be all of this. User exists user, already logged in, otherwise create the account. Cool. And I think we already checked this or fixed it. Yeah, it doesn't have one because it shouldn't. Cool. So now we can move this away. And then let's look for loading. Nothing. And then I think we already fixed account create success. But let's just look and make sure. So we're gonna create an account. First of all, check this page. Looking good. Let's just say test fake at Gmail. I don't know, let's make some stupid like that at Gmail. Test fac 59. Okay. Swap to the title bar. Okay, so test fac. It stays as success. Perfect. Okay. We can log out. And it shows home. Now, what's interesting is that home is a browser title that's used by something that's just like generic to all pages. So if there's no page, then it's not necessarily home, it's just that we don't have a page for that. So I think we should make that page, or just need free to play, I don't know. I think page works, and then we'll go to the home page, and we'll say, cool, yeah, we'll do it right here. Okay, let's This is a random div, which can probably be that, but that's okay. Render head. There we go. Okay, so now home should be home. It's not something else. Same with everything else. They should be their own thing. Okay, I think we're actually done, surprisingly. I've tested everything I've changed, so I think it's actually gonna work. And the exciting parts are news. So for example, this one, it'll actually say what the news post is, not news post. And then same for like high scores. We go just let it go random page. This page used to say player or something, or it used to say high scores, and now it actually says the player's name. And same for like NPC kill high scores, they have their own. So when you change the selected NPC, it changes the browser title, and you can share that with somebody. Same thing for NPC player high scores, it's just NPC high scores, and yeah, it's working well. So let's continue and finish this feature. Okay, so first of all, breathe fire I think I'm not using, so let's see. I think I'm not actually using breathe fire though. Like if we look for Vecna, we're gonna see it's actually used in the themes as the new heading, but yeah, breathe fire isn't, so we can just remove this. I don't need to use it. Let's go to this file and just delete it. And Vecna bold, I don't know if we're using that. We're not. Okay, cool. Delete that too. This one we are using, so that's good. Let's do a diff. This is gonna be a massive diff, to be honest with you guys. It's gonna take a while. Okay, changing those components to not have their own heading or their own browser title. Website base URL. I think we are using this somewhere. Yep, we're using it in places where we need to get custom APIs, where we need to call them. Makes sense. Okay, so what I'd be curious of is use authentication. Are we using that in places? If we are, it's fine. Okay, user. We're using it for the account widget. That makes sense. Handle logout. That's just a widget, so it wouldn't need a browser title. Forgot password page, and I forgot to update this page. Okay, so yeah. We've got some more to do. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have to do this, but we basically want to make these all the same now. So let's just, I don't know, I'm just, I'm so sick of doing this, but it's fine. We'll be done very soon. We have like, you know, maybe 3 more pages to do. Okay, so down here, okay, so you remove this, and you can just remove this. I spelled this bad. Users logged in, they're already logged in, so they can't forget their password. And we'll do the other forgot password page. Again, user was just used for that. I'm mostly targeting the ones that are like loading differently. It's like we don't have to change this one, but it is a page, so I'm thinking we should. We don't need this anymore. Oops. We don't need that. I love how Prettier just fixes all the alignment with one keystroke. It's amazing. Alright, so yeah, we got a user, and this is fine, and then we're gonna enter that search term again so we know what this is. This is an admin form, but it technically is a page, I think. Pages admin, news post form, wow. I think this is a pretty bad name for this. I don't know, because like if it ends with form, then I don't know. I feel like it should be renamed to like create news post page. And then it should be updated to reflect here. Okay, looks like we've typically named pages with dashes. So if there's multiple words, yeah, we've mostly done. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we're gonna do. By the way, I need to link to this somewhere eventually. Create news post. Okay, so we fixed the title. So against the current user. Let's see, why do we set loading? Okay, that's just to load different markup. Which I also don't love that render title either, but that's fine. So we remove this because we don't need it. And now, user create use post page props. I almost wonder if we should just create one type for all these, then we wouldn't have to have the same type over and over again. But technically, like, any page could need like different types, but right now there's no use case for that, so I don't know. I don't know. For now, I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, spinner. Let's say create news post. Create a news post. Okay, so if the user is not admin, then we're gonna show the must be admin. Otherwise, we're gonna show everything else, which we're gonna need a.
Don't hesitate to call on me for anything. Is this any concern of yours?
I wonder why we need that to be there, especially when no one's seeing this page. We'll see how that looks. We might need the fragment. So not user question mark dot is admin, then they show the must be admin block. This page, the code on this page is like some of the oldest of the website, to be honest, because it's like updating it is never a high priority for me. It's just like I know how it works. So yeah, we need to make sure that this page still works now.
Don't call on me.
So the first thing we're gonna see when we do this is we're gonna see a failure because we're not an admin. Okay, so first of all, I don't agree with that. So let's get into this. Must be admin block is setting its own head. I don't agree with that. Now we don't need the fragment. Okay. So now it's gonna be create news post, but it's gonna say nice try. Which I don't know. Maybe it should just say access denied, but whatever. So let's do this one more time. Let's log into this account. And we're gonna do the same thing because I noticed I was not logged in. But even if you're logged in, yep, if you're not an admin, it should work. Now we'll log into the admin account. Okay, and now we should be able to. And now here we go. So this looks fine. I don't know why. Yeah, we usually put page heading within the content block. So I don't know. I guess because this has top margin. Although I don't really know why it has to have top margin. Like, it looks fine like this. So we're gonna leave it like this. And I think my changes are done now, so I think we can just test the changes I made. So this is the widget. There's an admin upload page, which is just like a test page. But I think we sometimes need this to test things, so I think it's like technically still something we need. It's pretty old. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna upgrade it. Yeah, I haven't used this recently, so like, it isn't a test page, but it's still necessary. Let's see, is that loading? Yep, okay, just the user thing. We can turn this into an actual docu comment, which would make more sense. I'm just gonna make this parentheses. Yeah, I don't love that we're using event any here. I wonder if there's a better way to type this, because it is one of those things that's just, I don't know. We're seeing it every time we start next, so let's see what this is. Upload to client. Okay, I think there's probably a way to do this that doesn't involve any input on change. Okay, it's probably just this. Nope, files. Event type file. Wait. Sorry, input type file. Okay, that's not what we're here for today. So we're gonna leave it for now. It looks like there's no like simple fix for this, so we're just gonna leave it. And yeah, we don't need lists now, and we'll just say, dang, there's a lot of like unnecessary divs going on. We'll say, if you're not admin, then must render this div. That's a weird error that's probably gonna go away in a sec. Unless I mess something up. Looks fine. But we are gonna add render head. And we're just gonna say upload image. That's it. Okay. Spinner we don't need. So now we're really only using use authentication for a widget. We're gonna leave it for now, and we can maybe clean it up later. I don't want to do too much refactoring right now. So let's just test this upload page. Okay, upload image, need free to play. So let's upload an image, something that is an RC image maybe. Okay. Some spell image, and then that just shows that you can upload an image, doesn't do anything else. If we refresh, looks good, and then, oops. Create a news post, and this is looking good, and we'll just make sure that this actually creates something, and I'll be ready to delete it in a second. Okay, so let's create just a random post. So yeah. And it says he created it. So we can go to the home page and we will see it. So let's just go ahead and find out what that is. Selection. Yeah, so ID is this, and yeah, we're gonna delete ID 78. And it affected one row. Comment that out now. And it should be gone now. Okay, cool. Awesome. So, let's see. So yeah, that worked fine. I think we're good now. So we're just gonna look at the diff again. Yeah, so we didn't need use NPC high scores. Alright. This is like the worst way, not worst, but the worst way of viewing differences, so we're gonna actually just push this up. And then look at it in GitHub's diff. But let me also just look at this and make sure. Okay, now are we using this anywhere? We are, okay. For one page, I think that's normal. Let me look for 29 anywhere. Not in this file or this one. Okay, files to exclude. Public slash.
But remember,
Okay. We could technically update it here. I think it's okay. So create news post, that's renamed. Yeah, basically every page on the site changed. Lots of components too. Yeah, I think we're good here. Let's go ahead and say, am I in the right branch? 183. I hope I'm on the right branch. I am. Okay. Update all pages to use consistent browser titles. Updated many pages to fetch their necessary data. I guess we could say updated pages that needed to fetch data so that they fetch it on the back end before rendering. And updated the heading, I guess the title font of the website from Vink to Vecna. What else did we do? Oh, that's right. I can remove this. Let's look for imports. Okay. For now we're good. And yeah. Probably more stuff, but for now, it's fine. Okay, so the update on this. Don't care about this. Oh, I did forget to test this page. I think it's fine. So pull requests. I don't remember what this commit was. I think it's trying to load it. Okay, so we just moved it somewhere else. Okay, free to play 183. Gotta change accounts again. Dude, this entire like screen is like freaking out. Okay. Oh shit, I just looked into the wrong one. Okay, sign out, sign in. There we go. Well, that is my thing, though. Very interesting. It's saying my two-factor authentication is failing. Let's try the other option. Okay, it's not sending anything. It's not even telling me what phone it sent it to. And I can try resending it. And getting absolutely nothing. Okay, so my GitHub account might not have had my latest phone number. And the Authenticator app isn't working either. That's definitely a concern. Because it says it's correct. Let's try the other phone if it's still alive. It's not. Okay. This is madness. And I can't even log out. It doesn't even give me an option to log out. Yeah, so oh wow, this sucks. Okay, well for the meantime we're gonna oh boy. You know what's funny? It doesn't show you a passkey option, but there is an option to log in. Huh. Anyway, for the moment we're gonna do the other account. And we won't be able to do the cool thing where we like submit it with one account, approve it with the other account. But we'll just get in here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I think we'll just create the pull request for now. Okay. Okay. Cool. Let's take a look at this PR. 38 files changed. Not gonna be super quick, but we'll try to get through it quickly. Yep, we're changing this to newspost.title, removing the unnecessary and redundant page heading above it. Yep, we removed render head, not necessary there. Either there or there. I'm pretty sure I just removed this. I must not have saved. Okay. So yeah, I didn't commit it. Okay, this logic was pre-existing, so, you know, I don't have to read it too much. Title, deletion. Page props. Change email page props. I think this should be game account page, and therefore this should be page props. So update that. And then update this down here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I don't love like nesting these a lot. But I don't know. Works. Okay, we're almost done, guys. Account login page props. Password success page props. I don't think we tested this page. We probably should have. Let's go ahead and do that now. So let's say I try to log in. And I say, oops, I don't remember my password. Control F5. We'll just put this in as if we actually don't remember it. And yep, that looks good. Okay, we didn't do this one. Yeah. We should just do this one. This one doesn't need to use the user though. It does have a size loading. Okay. I think we're gonna do this. Okay, so if the token has expired, then we use this. But we're not going to actually use this head. this. Is loading, show spinner, otherwise if the token is expired, we show that, otherwise we show the page. Yeah. Now we don't need this. But I think the rest is fine. We should probably still test this whole thing. So let's go to my email. Should be like a... There's a request to reset your password. Let's try this. Okay, so Control F5. It's the same. Okay. So we only saw localhost, which means it's normal. Success. And this won't work, which is fine. Log out. Log in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, whatever. Getting a little bit loopy. This might have to be the only thing we work on today. Sorry guys if that's the case. It's just took a long time. Change password. Yeah, we're just gonna change it back to what it was. Submit. Log out. Make sure we can log in with the new password, or with the existing password. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so yeah, that works fine. Not worried about that. Where was I, though? I think I was here. I don't know, now I don't see a huge reason to add this in one place. I don't know, that's fine. Count new high scores data last login.
You shouldn't be walking around like this. These people will kill you.
Okay, I think this is just a small refactor. We had the home title, news post detail, sending the news post in. Yeah, I think we know how get static props works now, so I don't think we need this part. I was just learning. This was the first page where I was like kind of learning how it works. I think the rest of it is fine.
Very good.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is an old comment. This is working though. So if we go to NPCI scores and then a specific player, we're gonna see that it's gonna work. But I think at one point I was having a really hard time with this. And so they're kind of like comments just laying around.
Not so good. Trying to make a fool out of me.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so I need to find this in the code. And yeah, it's not relevant anymore. So we're good there. Okay. Changing Vink to Vecna. And we did change the font size of headings, but I think it's fine. I think Vecna just looked a little bit small. So we're gonna go ahead and make these changes. Push them up there. So let's do a diff on this. Get diff. That's good. Create gamma count. Page props. Yep. If it's loading, then spinner. Otherwise, if token expired, then show that. Otherwise, show the rest of the stuff. Unnecessary comment. Unnecessary comment. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, everything looks good to me. We're gonna F5 this. And I'm gonna wait for this to complete. It's still building. Let's finish this sometime soon. And I can check back on this sometime. I don't know, I'm just gonna put it here somewhere. If I can. Drag it, there we go. Okay, so it's looking good here. As far as the preview goes, I think the preview doesn't work all the time. So I don't put too much faith into testing it. I think there's sometimes like environment variables that just aren't there or something. But the important stuff would be like this. Does it show sleep word improvements in the browser title? Okay, it doesn't because, I don't know. It does locally. Let's try going here. That is strange that just isn't working. But there are issues with the preview where it's like we just don't see it on production. So I have reviewed this and I know it's not the best since, you know, whatever, but it does look good to me. Oh wait, I can't approve my own PR, that's it. Okay. Damn it. Is it Beast Fable must approve? Code owner. I don't know if the other account is a code owner. Waiting on code owner review from Oldest Dev. Yeah, I don't know. Try this again, I guess. GitHub, and that's the username. I don't know what else it would be. Yeah, I'm just getting a 2 auth fail, so I can't submit the PR, and this really sucks. But, oh, wait. You know what? I think I might have entered the wrong thing. Hold on. I wonder if this works. 4-2. Nope. Recovery code failed. Yikes. Yeah, I can't get into my account. I don't know what the hell's going on. But this really sucks. So, I guess GitHub has my personal GitHub account has the old phone number. Which is insane, because I changed it like a year plus. So let's check the authenticator on here. Oh wow, it's like texting me every single fucking thing in the book now. Let's try this. GitHub. Okay, so 025336. Okay, so authenticator app 025336. Okay, that worked. Now that is super weird that it works on the old phone but not the new one. Okay. So, first of all, you can't show yeah. You can't show barcodes on the old phone. God damn it. I think we just have to. Alright, I'll take this offline. It's like really stupid, but anyway, I think we just have to like set up my authenticator on my new phone correctly for this specific site. So I have reviewed it on the other account, so we don't have to review it again. And we're gonna merge it. And I hope this works on production. It should. Let me go over here. Yep, GitHub was looking at my old phone number. I'm just gonna call this unknown, and then we're gonna do a new one. Okay, and we're gonna hope that works. I want to use 1Password for this? No. Alright, let me try logging out, logging in. Make sure that it works now. Sign out. Personal. Two-factor. And it still fails. Why? I don't know, because I literally just got it from your freaking website. Wow. Wow, okay. That is so stupid. Doesn't matter. The right phone is there, so that helps. Anyway, let's check for sale. Node.js 18.x is at end of life and will not receive any further updates. New builds will be disabled in 14 days. Ouch. Okay, I gotta do this then. We're up to 217 tickets. Let's have the priority this to high. Move this towards the top. It'll be a quick fix anyway. Yeah, that's concerning. Anyway, go to deployments. 4 minutes ago. Let's take a look at the site. freetoplay.com. Home. That's good. So I'm just gonna start putting a bunch of these into. Let's see. See if this is important or not. Okay. So here's my previous test. Which did not work. So let's try. Okay, yeah, I don't want to be doing infinite roles. Let's just try posting some things. Home, new free to play. Let's try a few of these just so I can review them. About. Oh my god, you guys don't know how long I've been waiting to see this right here. Coming soon, Halloween event 2025. Now, something I'm noticing is that this need free to play is a RuneScape Classic private server, blah 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 blah. That should probably be customized and per page too. And I didn't realize that until now. But yeah. That's the next ticket. Which won't take anywhere near as long, I don't think, because we won't have to like completely refactor the site. I'm gonna definitely make a ticket for that. Yeah, this part I don't know about. that's like a thing to do at some point. Yeah, but this is great. At least it's correct there, which is what I wanted. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep shooting off links and hope that these all look good. Of course, if I do it for my local, it won't work. Event calendar. F2P. F2P with RC Plus. High scores. We can do like prayer. And then do like this guy. Player high scores. Ha ha ha. Player high scores. Okay. NPC kills. Wonder if we need the page 1. Yeah, no we don't. Okay, cool. And go to someone's page. Okay, cool. Hall of Fame. Report a bug. Yep, these are all working. And then account page. Yeah, this is working well, it looks like. It does say session expired. Okay, let's try logging in again. Game accounts. Create game account. Yeah, so it's all working. You can see I've put in a bunch of them. And I wish this didn't sound the way it did outside. Okay, it's passed. Yeah, so it's working, and that's great, and that's all I wanted to know. Now, whether or not this is worth a news post is questionable. I don't really think it is. It's not like an update to the game. It's just an update to the site. I don't know, we could. Yeah, I don't know. Usually we do create a news post to tell people that things have changed, but I don't think it's super necessary. You don't know how many times I've wanted to make this news to people that like it's actually like I've wanted to actually post the actual title of the thing and then have it not show up. Like that happens so much. Anyway. We'll just say some fonts were tweaked also. There you go. Yeah, so mission accomplished. I'm gonna stop it here. I know that sucks, but it's like it kind of just took 3 hours to finish and now it's done. So I hope you guys enjoy watching these, and we will be streaming again next week, and I hope to finish more stuff then. See you then.